am not okay. I am not okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Back in the chair. Time to watch another one. Hi, dolls. Welcome back. And if you were new, hello, my name is Jessie, and today we're going to react to Season 3, Episode 4 of Heartstopper, Journey. We left off in the last episode with Charlie and Nick sitting down with him to tell his parents about what has been going on and the struggles that he has been having. We had Tori listening in on the staircase. This episode will bring us halfway through the season, and usually that means like something big and crazy happens. I have cried in all 3 episodes so far, the last episode being the worst. So we'll see how I feel after this. Let's jump in, but before we do, don't forget to throw a like or dislike if you do not like what you see, but comment down below. Let me know why. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We do fun things here. Ring the link double to be notified when I upload new videos, and don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month. It's only $1.25 a week. It has all of my unedited reactions of everything that I do on YouTube. In addition to more, don't forget to follow us on all social media at star_chef_productions or at JessieDobbie for Twitter. A link is in the description below where you can find the Redbubble and TeePublic pages for the awesome merch that my brother Ray has created for the different reactions that Jay and I do. And as always, you can find these fully unedited over on Patreon, as are seasons 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are edited on YouTube already, so go check them out. But without further ado, this is season 3, episode 4 of Heartstopper, Journey. I like that title. That seems like a strong, positive title. Nelly, the star of the show.
You're gonna need a bath.
I'm so excited to see him. I can't believe it's been 2 months.
Yeah, same.
We did a bit of a time jump.
How are you feeling?
If I try it, will you stop pressuring me?
Yes.
I've tried to be a journaling kind of person, and I'm not. I'll start with like a few days, and then I'm like, but it does work for a lot of people. Journey, it's gonna be a good thing.
The first appointment for that wasn't until January. Things started to get really bad after that. Then he started getting really angry.
It's hard because then now everybody keeps bringing
And then he
it
stopped
up,
talking to me about
and obviously they're doing it from a place of love, but it just makes you get in your head more.
I hate feeling like this. I'm sorry.
He said you had to make them feel cared for and not judge them.
That's
I
the
tried to
hard
just be
part.
there.
They feel like everything is judging, especially someone like Charlie. Cutting the hair?
It was an accident.
I know. Do you think it'd help?
Not really, but I get to skip school for a bit, so... If you cry, I'll cry.
He had
It
to
was weird being
go.
at school without Charlie. Distracted or both.
He's missed like the last 4 practices.
Now I'm worried about Tori because she is alone at home.
He's just off sick.
Where have you? Top trumps.
Ah! Darcy's hair.
Gay top trumps. I don't know.
What's a Blu-ray player?
You don't know what Blu-ray is?
You're supposed to be my cat. What about the photos?
You'll be fine, Imogen. Donnie Darko.
I'm making a video for Charlie.
I love you.
Nick Nelson loves Charlie Spring.
Cool rabbit costume.
I loved that cut. That was such a cool cut.
I'm clearly Frank from Donnie Darko. What?
I know.
We watched it last week. Were you asleep again? Were you asleep?
I'm allowed to experiment.
We gotta have a sober talk. It's too much for him right now. It's way too much. I love that he tried and he pushed himself outside of his boundaries, but this is too much for him.
Mind if I join?
Oh yes. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
go on.
us a Tao and Nick conversation.
Charlie phoned me from the clinic for the first time.
Well, next year, I'm gonna make you go as
They
Spider-Man.
didn't have
Your
to.
Marvel agenda is never going to work on me.
I forgot tissues. Damn it.
So I have anorexia and OCD. I have all these rules in my head about food, and if I don't follow them, I feel like I'm going to die.
Obsessive compulsive.
The word sorry is still banned.
Oh, can't I play the mental illness card now?
What?
Still not sure if Tori likes me.
Oh, I need a Nick Tori conversation. It's so hard because you know that he needs to be there, but oh.
I've been dying to tell you, that's when I feel the greatest.
I knew he wasn't magically better. I know it doesn't work like that. For some people it doesn't help at all. Maybe it's just me hoping for the best, but I think it helped. I really do.
The past few months have
not been great.
Oh wow,
Have
so
you
we get
been
to see it from his
exercising
perspective
excessively?
now.
So that was accurate, wasn't it, Charlie?
Glad that mom's being more delicate.
It's hard to talk about it.
This is a really heavy episode.
Some people come out of these places even worse than when they went in, because they just get treated like I had Susan.
There is a landline. Much nicer than DMing your friends on Snapchat or whatever.
And it's also where I met Jeff.
Oh, I love him.
I think a part of me didn't even want to get better. The effort to change seemed too hard.
Baby, stay, Dobbie, stay.
For
Don't
some
leave me.
people,
Why should
an
we?
eating disorder is about body image. If your eating disorder is connected to obsessions and compulsions, so let's unpack that.
The actual eating disorder treatment stuff was not very fun.
I like how they dissected it like that. We can make it make sense. Let's unpack it.
He's my favourite. Your friends are quite annoying, but I like him.
He needs to
But
know
you'll
that.
Stop telling me how amazing and wonderful he is and making me feel forever alone.
And making me feel forever alone. I love how we have leaves there still.
you do me a
There's
favour
different
before I
kinds
go?
of leaves.
Yeah, of course.
Shut up. Yes, I do.
Okay, what is it?
It's a surprise.
You were having your summer of love.
It's not a crime.
Yeah. Well, I love you too. Not that how I feel matters at all, but you know.
It does matter.
Marker. My friends group -1, who we all love very much. He'll feel like he's been here the whole time. In a metaphorical way, he has.
Tao, that doesn't even make any sense.
I know you said it was going to have a sad ending, but I wasn't prepared and I cried for about 4 hours. Thank you for that. I'm kind of mad at you, actually. It's not your fault, though, Charlie. I know. I hope that when you get back, you don't feel like you have to lie to us anymore. We're never going to judge you like that.
God!
Come on, Isaac. We need to do the tour.
It's Barbie and Dracula seen making out at a house party.
Lol. Is this just a joke to you?
Oh, that's what happened. That makes a little more sense. She feels made into a spectacle.
Hi, Charlie. Oh,
Wait.
Darcy.
Did she say they were trying out new pronouns?
Trying out they, them pronouns. And just seeing how I feel, I don't know. He gets it.
He gets it.
Oh,
I was like focused on Elle's costume because I was like, she looks so cute. And then I was like, wait.
My girlfriend is a famous artist.
10,000's not that many.
Yeah, it
Talk
is.
to her about her new prefect thing. My girlfriend is the smartest person in the entire world.
Uh-oh.
She dances, she plays the clarinet.
Stop.
Tara's feeling a little overwhelmed, I think. Invasion of privacy, but I like it.
Hi, Charlie. There's a spare seat. Thanks, Tao. Bye, Charlie.
Got a lot planned.
Do we? Oh, God.
Yeah. You're doing what you need to do right now.
Yeah.
I hope that this video makes you feel loved.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to your boyfriend, Charlie Spring?
I love you.
Oh my god, this episode sucks.
We can carry on our sessions once a week for as long as you need.
Thank you.
Just trust yourself, yeah?
It's not going to be a straightforward journey.
Dinner at 7?
Yeah. Do I have time to go and say hi to Nick?
Oh, you can feel the
Go on
love.
then.
It's like she finally understands him, or is starting to. They like barely rang the doorbell. There are the resources. I knew they would. I had faith. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I need to compose my face. I am very snotty. We're all fine, right? We're all good? Everybody breathe. Oh, maybe not. Usually breathing through my nose. I can't right now. Breathe. Out. All right, there you have it. Episode 4, Journey. And quite the journey it was. There is a lot to unpack here. And I'm going to try to do this quickly because if you watch my videos, you know I have a tendency to ramble, and I legitimately cannot breathe through my nose right now. So we start off with Nick, and we start to see the effects that, well, first, okay, hold on, wow, I can't think. We start off with finding out that there has been a 2-month time jump. And as I was saying earlier, I honestly thought that we were going to spend the whole damn season in summer. So this so far has been a real treat for me. Charlie is going to have to go to a facility because the issues have gotten so so hard that it is legitimately monopolizing his entire life. Not that it wasn't before, but more so to the point where the depression is getting very severe and getting worse. And I think it's interesting how they portrayed this to us. We get to see it from Nick's perspective, and then we get to see it from Charlie's perspective. And the interesting thing about seeing it from Nick's perspective is we get to see how this affects the people around the person having the struggle, and how hard it is for them, and how it starts to monopolize their life as well. I mean, we have Nick go to a party with his friends, a Halloween party, and he cannot relax. He cannot enjoy himself. It was just overwhelming, and I appreciate that they showed him going and trying, right? Because a lot of the times I feel like people use the excuse, well, they didn't even try. And it's like, no, it's just sometimes people understand that trying is going to be too overwhelming and too much, and it was for him. I loved the scene where he creates the video message for Charlie saying, I love you, mashing it with Billie Eilish Blue in the background at the party, but then it like coming in really hard, him envisioning Charlie. That was really sweet. So yeah, the perspective of Nick and starting off with that was a good call, because it's making us be put in the shoes of everybody that is missing Charlie. Then we get to see it from Charlie's perspective, and we meet these two awesome people, Susan and Jeff, who are at the facility. Susan seems to be his sponsor, maybe we could call her, because it seemed as if everybody was paired up with a person. She is very delicate with Charlie. She is definitely a warm presence that he can open up to and feel comfortable around and not have to feel ashamed around. And I think that going to a place like this, obviously there are pros and cons. Obviously, as they stated, I think it's also very important. They made it a point to say this doesn't work for everybody. It does work for some, but it doesn't work for all. You have to find what works for you, because it's very true. Everybody's different. Everybody reacts to things in different ways. Everybody feels different ways. So, you know, certain things that work for someone might not necessarily work for someone else, and that's okay. You keep figuring out your options and trying different things, but this seems to really work for Charlie, and I think it's because he himself said that he was around people where he didn't feel like he was alone, because everybody was struggling with the same thing. He finds out that he is anorexic and OCD, and when you're at school or when you're at home, even if you're not, you feel as if you're being judged, because you feel like you're the only person that's dealing with this thing and no one else around you understands it, and they think that you're weird, and they think that you're a freak, or you don't want to worry them and be a burden. And it's just so overwhelming and all so stressful that in a place like this where people are dealing with the same thing, you don't feel like that, because you know that they know how you feel because they're going through it. So I loved Susan and the moments with her. I love that Jeff was very positive and happy and smiling and wording things in a way where you don't feel like you're attacked, or you don't feel like there's something wrong with you, where he says, let's unpack that. The word accurate that they were using. So you form your eating habits to eat certain things at the right time, and if you don't, you feel bad about yourself. That leads to self-harming. Does that sound accurate? Not, is that what happens? Is that what you think? Is that what you feel? Is that what you do? Just, does that sound accurate? Okay, let's unpack that. I love that terminology, and it's very important the way that you speak to people and the certain things that you say, and it really has that effect on a positive journey, because you feel lost in a sense, when you feel like you're talking to somebody who might not get it or doesn't understand. And I think that was really important for him to have. And it seems as if it did help. I like that they also acknowledged that I know that this doesn't fix Charlie. I know that this doesn't make all of his problems go away. And Charlie, this is really hard and I would rather be home, but I could feel like it is helping and it was a good decision. Not to have false hopes or false expectations of like, well, I'm cured now, was very important. I love the way that they portray these side characters, if you will, where there's so much to unpack there. And I have talked in other videos with other people about this, how her books, Alice Oseman's books, do also center around other characters. Like, I know that there is a series with Tori, and people have told me that because I'm like, I love Tori so much. And again, I'm like scared to read anything because I don't want spoilers for anything. But like Tara, I can't emphasize it enough. I keep bringing her up in these episodes. Every time someone talks about how good she does, or thank you to the YouTuber who said that the nine, she got 9s. I thought 10, I don't know why. 9's my favorite number, so I'm good with 9, but I thought 10, usually it's like 1 out of 10 or whatever out of 10 was the highest, and someone said no, 9 is the highest that she could get. So she got straight 9s all the way down. Every time something academically gets brought up, or if she brings up something academically, you could see this look of like panic and scared, like shock on her face. There's so much there to unpack with Tara, and I'm worried for her and I'm concerned with her. Darcy is using they them pronouns now, which we went over in the other episodes, how her gender-based comments and reactions to certain things were starting to form in her, and you could see this idea of I get to explore myself a little bit now. I don't have to worry about being this queer disappointment at my house because I am with Nan now, who lets me be who I want to be, who lets me have my girlfriend over, who is sweet to my friends and accepting of everything. I don't have to hide who I am. I don't have to be angry that people hate me for who I am. She gets to explore that and realizes that they, them pronouns may be what they are now interested in. And I love how Darcy's like, he gets it, right? He gets it? You get it. Like, he'll get it. It's just this friend group of just understanding and welcoming and happiness and no judgment. Like, no one ever judges each other at all. And I think that's why I found what Isaac said very interesting and fair. So Isaac says to Tao in the video that Tao's making, I'm a little angry because I asked you if you were okay and you lied. You said you were and clearly you weren't. But I understand why you did. And I love, again, the wording in this is so careful and so well thought out. Tao's video, oh my God, like the love that this friend group has for each other. I absolutely love the idea of Tao using the camera of his father to make this video for Charlie, taking something of love and making more love with it. Isn't that lovely? I love different scenes that are shot in different ways from different perspectives. So that's why I really like the 2 perspectives. But I love that we again saw Nick and how he kind of like hallucinated into this moment of saying, I love you, Charlie. And then we got to see it in the video later. All your friends could be a little weird, but I love Nick. He's my favorite. I would love to have a Tori-Nick conversation in the future. Tori is not the greatest at expressing her feelings and her emotions about things. Being home alone for those 2 months without Charlie, the only person that she talks to, that she seems to be friends with, must have been a very lonely and scary 2 months. The Tao and Nick moment wrecked me. We had a very lovely Tao and Nick conversation in season 1, at the end of season 1. We have these special moments once in a blue moon with Nick and Tao where it's best friend and it's partner, and they both understand Charlie on levels that other people I feel like may not understand. Tao's known Charlie the longest. Oh my god, we had the cute, oh my god, that adorable flashback of when they were little and they've started being friends. Oh my god, I love that scene. That was so cute. So yeah, Tao's known Charlie the longest, and Nick is in love with Charlie. Charlie's in love with Nick. So we have these special moments between the two of them where I just feel like there's this understanding that like nobody else sees in that way or gets in that way. And instead of a conversation this time, we have Tao just going up, I'm gonna like cry again, going up to Nick and being like, can I sit down? And Nick nodding and then just crying in his arms. And it's like, they don't even have to say anything. That's the level of their relationship now that was built through Charlie and their love for Charlie, is that they don't even need words. They just get it. They just get each other. And I just thought that moment was so beautiful. Just Nick crying in Tao's arms and Tao knowing that like Nick needed him in that moment. Crying again. Let's talk about Imogen. Imogen and Sahar. Okay, so they're making out and something happens and Sahar runs away and Imogen's like, I don't freaking get it. Like, people make out with people when they're drunk all the time. What's the big deal? And we get to see it in Tao's video, and they're full on like hardcore making out. And now what's interesting is they're doing it in front of everybody at the party, right? So it's not just like an invasion of privacy for Sahar, because obviously she wouldn't be doing it in the party if she felt like that. But it's the camera being on them, Imogen realizing and then laughing about it. They clearly like each other. We had the little blips at the end of last season for Imogen. She even mentions like, oh, Sahar got mad when I had a boyfriend for no reason. I don't think that Imogen is aware of her sexuality right now. I think that she is like, I'm a straight girl. I made out with a girl for fun at a party. I like Sahar because she's my friend. Like, I don't think she's realizing that it's on another level. I think someone has to have a conversation with her, and I'm not necessarily sure if it's Sahar. I feel like one of the friends has to be like, maybe Nick, Imogen, do you ever consider maybe a relationship with a woman? I really think Imogen's the type of person that would be like, no. I feel like it's very common for people to be raised in a culture and in a world where it's like, well, you are a boy and you are straight and you like women. You are a girl and you are straight and you like boys, until you get older and then you start to explore things and you're like, maybe I'm not a boy, or maybe I like women, or maybe whatever, you know. It's we're so used to being told what we're supposed to be and what we like. But my heart breaks for Sahar, because Sahar's like, I thought we were having all these moments and building this wonderful relationship, and then here we are making out, finally kissing, and you laugh at me? You laugh at me and you take this and you exploit it as something sexual and just like, oh, girls getting drunk at a party making out. No, it was more than that for me. So I'm very interested to explore that. I love the Mr. Ajayi, Mr. Ajayi, Mr. Farouk, thumbs up, Mr. Farouk. Like, us getting those like minute-long snippets in each episode, like, I am totally here for it. I love that they're incorporating those. I love seeing them. Jeff saying, you're going back home. We can still have these sessions once a week, and we can have them forever until you feel that they are no longer necessary. And Charlie, I love that Charlie went into it not being sure that he even wanted to do it, and is now leaving being like, wait, I don't want to go away from this. It shows that how much he actually feels like that helped. So I really hope that he continues to do the sessions. They continue to help. I hope that we get to see more sessions with Jeff, because I really liked that. And we end on this beautiful moment here of them hugging and being back together. And I talked a really long time. So overall, fantastic episode. Man, I knew it was gonna be a rough one, because again, it was halfway through the season. But that was definitely, we're on a peak. we're on a peak. I keep crying harder and harder with every episode, so we'll have to see what the next episode brings. One more thing before I lose my voice. The first 3 episodes started, I keep saying started happy, started funny, kind of swayed into sadness. This was like the opposite. They like slammed us with sadness and heartache and then just slowly swayed it to a positive note. So I like that change in pace in the episodes. I love the way this was filmed. I love the soundtrack as always. This is definitely my favorite episode of the season. This is, even though it was the hardest and the heaviest, definitely my favorite episode of the season so far. I need a day. I need a day to breathe. I love all y'all. Let me know what you think of the episodes. And until the next reaction, so long everyone. Try to make someone smile today. You never know when they might need it next. Bye.